For people who are working remotely, what are some suggestions that we could provide in order for them to still have that required or necessary social interaction from other people?
This is the thing that I think people are missing the most in the pandemic. Specifically, what people are missing are casual connections, right? We have plenty of meetings over Zoom, but we don't have any bumping into people in the kitchen or the hallway, right? So for me, the first idea that comes to mind is the power of pictures. So I had one coaching client at a video game company. They had a very clever idea, I thought, which was to each week they asked people to switch their Zoom backgrounds to be something new. So for example, one week they said, change your Zoom background, everybody, to a place where you've lived in the past. And so he showed up for a coaching appointment one day and I said, oh, that's a cool background. And he said, oh, that's Cleveland. I used to live in Cleveland. We're all showing places where we used to live. Pictures are a great way to get chat going and connection going. What do you think?
Well, I know that human connection is important. Even for introverts, they need social interaction still. If someone feels lonely as a worker, they won't be able to do their best work because a need is not met. It's a motivator. It's something that they need to sustain work interactions. In fact, there's a book written by Don Schauble where it's a book about back to human, how great leaders create connection in the age of isolation. Among his key conclusions is that the more we work apart, the less we work together. And this can hinder both our productivity and our sense of community. So some of the things that I think can work, so even if you're working remotely, you can match work schedules with colleagues. You can work together and spend some time discussing over video chat. Instead of getting on a phone call, you use a video chat so that you're able to minimize the physical distance by seeing each other on video. Like what we're doing, Scott.
Yes.
I'm doing this video from Cebu, Philippines. You're doing your video in
Sisters, Oregon. And I'm collaborating, with a programmer in Portland, Oregon, and we're doing pair programming where we share screens and look at code and edit code together. So that's a great example you just reminded me of ways we can collaborate even when we're physically separated.
There are also different ways, like now that the economy is opening, that more people are getting vaccinated, you could establish a once a month or once a quarter work schedule with people in a co-working or co-located space.
Yes.
It minimizes the risks of getting infected. And at the same time, it's gonna boost your interpersonal connection because you're gonna be able to meet up with people finally for even like once a month or once a quarter, right?
Absolutely. You know this, but to anybody watching who doesn't know this, a reminder or share with you for the first time. For most of us, most of the time, the number one factor in our well-being is the quality of our relationships with other people. So no matter what you do, folks, do something to invest in the quality of your relationships, even if, especially if you're working remotely.